Alright, this is programming option. Programming here is where you would enter your department setting. Currently it's already set up, but once you hit the department, you select name, you enter your name, and if you notice there's two letters. The first letter would be the main button, and to get to the slash letter that follows, you hit department shift, and we'll get to that letter. I'm going to demonstrate that with an available department. Okay, we're gonna use 22, department number 22. Once we hit enter, it gives you an option to enter the department name. Right now we're just gonna use water for this department. So that's W, which is the second character. So to get a W, just hit shift W A. T is our second character, shift T. E, shift R. That's water. This department is now labeled as water. If this is just a one item department, we can enter a price, and every time we hit that department number, it will come up as that price, or we can just leave it for 0 for a manual entry. We can come down to tax, hit enter, and select our tax group. If it's non-taxable, we hit non-tax. Currently we're only using tax 1, so we just select tax 1. We can leave it at the standard mode, type normal. Age check will be for alcohol, any items that being sold that needs to be age verification, and the system would ask you for that person date to be entered into the system to get a calculation. We're gonna hit escape. The other option is department, next department, so we can skip ahead and go on to the next available department to enter another item. And this is department config report. It's normal print or compressed print or display. And that printer will give us all our department configuration. We can hit feed to cancel at any time. This is unnecessarily. It's just an event that you need to see what all our department configurations are. Hit clear. There's PLU setup, an event that you need to add an item. You can add it by the barcode, scanning with the barcode if there was a scanner attached, or creating a number system. So once you hit new edit, you can create a barcode or PLU number, scan the barcode or enter a PLU number. Put in the name of the item. Once we hit enter, we can enter a name. I'm just going to use Apple. Hit enter. You can hit price. 99 cents. hit enter. The department link. The department link will be produced, which is department 1, and then we can go on to our next item and continue forward. That's an event you want to use a PLU and create item numbers for your item. And when you go back to the sales register and you hit, I think that was 9, we have Apple at 99 cents because we used that PLU number and we pre-program that. It comes up as Apple. The PLU number is 9, or if it was a barcode that we scan in the system, the barcode will be displayed here along with the price. Going to show you that one more time. Went to programming, PLU setup, new edit. We either scan or enter our PLU number. We enter our name. We enter our price and we link it to department. If it's a grocery item, then you link it to department number 4. The number sequence go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we get our department linked and so forth. We can delete the PLU, parenting delete, and then entering the number. It's gonna ask you wanting remaining sales Apple, and if you want to delete that, you just hit enter and that item will be deleted. Dump report, that's not a feature you need to worry about. There's no security settings set up yet, but in the event that there were, our clerking system is on. This clerk ID number. You can set up your clerk here. Just go to clerk setup, select a clerk number, and enter the name and clerk passcode, security code, or I guess you call it password. The security passcode or password is off currently, so there's no password to lock the system. Clerk login first is on, so that every time the system goes to sleep, which it times out every 3 minutes, the system goes into power saving mode. So the screen will go black, but the system would be on because the customer display will still be lit. There's an X mode passcode, which we haven't set, but that can be set. So when you want to run your X report, you have to put in a password. There's a manager passcode. It's a 4-digit numeric only. Currently we don't have that in place yet. There's a tax setup, which is already pre-configured, but once you select the tax setup, we're using tax 1, and currently we're using 7.5% tax rate. There's a save to XD card option. Once we select the save to SD card option, and there's an SD card in place, we would just hit, there's an SD card in place, which is here. It slides in the front. We'll just hit think my SD card, this machine isn't accepting my SD card for this demonstration. But once we do house a valid SD card, yeah, it's not accepting this SD card. Oh, this SD card is set to lock. 1 second. It's a SD card error. Okay, it's not accepting this SD card. But you get the gist. You can back up your sales onto the SD card, and the sales will be backed up to the SD card. Is it accepting my SD card? You can load from SD card as well. The more option gives you the printer option, which is already pre-configured, the text message, which displays on the receipt, and the customer display, which is already pre-configured. There's a training mode to train your employees, or to play, I guess, to demonstrate if the event that you're just learning the system. You can play with the system and put it into training mode. I'll go back and show you how to enter training mode option. The EFT setup, we don't use that here, so that's nothing to worry about. Training mode, the PC link is to back up your sales report onto the PC or save some setup configurations. To turn off the system, you just scroll down to the off, hit your enter, and the system goes off. Turn it back on is hitting the main menu on button, and the system turns itself on. Go back to sales registration, clerk number, and we're going to put the system in training mode. You see here it says TR, which means training mode. Our receipt is off, so I'm going to turn the receipt back on, and I'm going to make a sale. Now, if you notice with this, it doesn't has a receipt number. It just shows you the receipt says 4 stars. Now, this is training mode. So training mode, you don't get an invoice number or a receipt number. Regular mode, you get a receipt number. Training mode, regular mode. So you need to be cautious. I guess that if you're training or demonstrating that you're out of training mode. To get out of training mode, you just enter the training mode code, hit subtotal, and it takes you out of training mode. You can see the training mode icon is cleared. Once again, I'm going to remind you the battery, whenever the battery is low, you need to replace that. If the battery dies and the system is powered off, you would lose all programming and the system would have to be programmed over. So be very attentive to the battery error message.